Richard Long was born on December 1, 1927, in a small town in Minnesota, where the vast open fields and quiet neighborhoods formed the backdrop of his early years. Growing up during the Great Depression, Richard's childhood was shaped by the hardships and challenges faced by many American families during that era. His parents, hardworking and devoted, instilled in him a strong sense of responsibility and determination from a young age. Though money was often tight, his family emphasized the importance of education, kindness, and perseverance, values that would guide Richard throughout his life. As a boy, Richard was naturally curious and adventurous. He spent much of his time exploring the countryside, climbing trees, and imagining grand adventures far beyond his small town. His parents encouraged his active spirit, often reminding him that life's challenges could be overcome with courage and a good heart. School was both a place of learning and social growth for Richard. He was an eager student, fascinated by literature and history, subjects that transported him to different worlds and eras. Despite the economic difficulties around him, he found joy in simple pleasures, playing with neighborhood friends, listening to radio dramas, and reading books borrowed from the local library. Family life was central to Richard's childhood. He grew up with siblings who were both companions and occasional rivals, but the bond they shared was strong. Their home was a lively place filled with laughter, stories, and the occasional argument, all of which helped Richard develop a sense of empathy and understanding of human nature. The family's faith and community played important roles as well, offering support and comfort during difficult times. Although his early years were marked by the struggle of the Depression, Richard's childhood also reflected the quiet hope and resilience of the American spirit. He learned the value of hard work by helping his parents with chores around the house and farm, and the importance of honesty and integrity through the examples set by his family and community leaders. These lessons stayed with him as he grew older, shaping the man who would eventually become known not just for his acting talent but for his grounded, relatable persona. In many ways, Richard's childhood was a foundation of strength and character. The simplicity of his early environment, combined with the challenges he and his family faced, gave him a deep appreciation for life's blessings and an unshakable determination to succeed. These qualities would carry him through his years in Hollywood, helping him navigate the highs and lows of an acting career with grace and resilience. Though he would go on to portray many heroic and complex characters, it was his real-life experience growing up in humble beginnings that truly defined Richard Long's enduring spirit. Richard Long's career is a testament to steady dedication, versatility, and a genuine passion for storytelling. Born in 1927, Richard grew up with a love for performance that gradually blossomed into a lifelong vocation. His journey into acting began after serving in the United States Army during World War II, where the discipline and experience he gained helped shape his professional mindset. Following his military service, Richard pursued his passion by enrolling in the University of Washington, where he studied drama and honed his skills on stage, embracing every opportunity to develop his craft. Richard's early career was rooted in theater, where he built a strong foundation as a dependable and talented actor. His stage performances caught the attention of Hollywood scouts, and in the early 1950s, he made the transition to film and television. Richard quickly established himself as a versatile actor, capable of portraying a wide range of characters from charming leading men to tough, complex figures. His natural screen presence and unpretentious style made him a favorite among directors and audiences alike. One of Richard Long's most notable early roles came in the television series The Big Valley, which aired from 1965 to 1969. In this Western drama, he played Jared Barkley, the eldest son of a wealthy ranch family. The role showcased Richard's ability to embody a character with strength, intelligence, and compassion, resonating with viewers and earning him widespread recognition. The Big Valley was a critical and commercial success, cementing Richard's status as a respected television star. Following The Big Valley, Richard continued to thrive on television, starring in the popular series Nanny and the Professor from 1970 to 1971. This show demonstrated his versatility as he moved from the rugged Western genre to a light-hearted family comedy drama. His role as Professor Jonathan Everett allowed him to display a warm, approachable side, endearing him to a new generation of fans. Throughout the 1970s and beyond, Richard Long maintained a steady presence on television, guest starring in numerous popular shows and taking on diverse roles that highlighted his range as an actor. His professionalism and easygoing nature made him a favorite collaborator among producers and fellow actors. Though he did not always seek the spotlight, Richard's consistent work ethic and dedication ensured he remained a respected figure in the industry for decades. In addition to his television work, Richard appeared in various films, often playing supporting roles that added depth and nuance to the stories being told. While he may not have pursued the flashiest or most high-profile parts, his performances were always marked by sincerity and a grounded realism that elevated every project he was part of. Richard Long's career was not without challenges. The entertainment industry is notoriously unpredictable, and like many actors, he faced periods of uncertainty and competition for roles. Yet, he navigated these obstacles with quiet determination, understanding that longevity in show business requires adaptability and resilience. His ability to evolve with changing tastes and genres allowed him to sustain a career that spanned over 4 decades. Beyond acting, Richard was known for his professionalism and kindness off-screen. Colleagues admired him for his humility and supportive nature, qualities that contributed to his lasting reputation in Hollywood. He remained dedicated to his craft until his passing in 1974, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a career defined by consistency, talent, and grace. Richard Long's career is a reminder that success in the entertainment world comes in many forms, not just through fame or stardom, but through a commitment to one's work, an ability to adapt, and the simple power of telling stories that connect with audiences. His journey from a small town in Minnesota to the bright lights of television and film exemplifies the American dream and the enduring spirit of an actor devoted to his art. Let me know if you'd like me to add more specific details about his roles or expand the story in any way. Richard Long's family life was a private sanctuary amidst the demanding and often unpredictable world of Hollywood. Born in 1927 in Minnesota, Richard grew up in a close-knit family that valued love, loyalty, and the simple joys of everyday life. These early family experiences profoundly shaped his character and influenced the way he approached his own family later in life. When Richard began to build his career in acting, he carried with him the lessons learned from his parents and siblings, lessons about commitment, support, and the importance of staying grounded no matter what challenges life might bring. Richard's own family became central to his happiness and stability. In 1954, he married Barbara Binyam, a partnership that would endure for many years and provide a solid foundation amid the shifting tides of his professional career. Their marriage was marked by mutual respect and affection, a bond strengthened by shared values and a genuine connection. Together, they raised a family, creating a home filled with warmth and laughter despite the occasional pressures that come with a life in the public eye. Richard was known to be a devoted husband and father, someone who treasured his family time and sought to balance his career commitments with his role at home. As a father, Richard was both nurturing and firm. He believed in encouraging his children to pursue their passions while also instilling in them a strong sense of responsibility and integrity. Friends and colleagues often remarked on how Richard's family was his greatest source of pride and joy. Even when his acting schedule grew demanding, he made a point to be present for important family moments, whether it was attending school events, enjoying holidays together, or simply spending quiet evenings at home. This commitment helped foster close relationships within the family and created memories that endured beyond his lifetime. Richard's family life was not without its challenges, as is true for many, especially those balancing public careers and private responsibilities. The pressures of Hollywood sometimes meant long periods apart or the stress of public scrutiny, but Richard and Barbara worked hard to protect their family's privacy and maintain a sense of normalcy. Their home was often described as a refuge, a place where they could escape the spotlight and enjoy the kind of simple, everyday experiences that many take for granted. Extended family also played an important role in Richard's life. He remained close to his siblings and maintained strong connections with relatives, often sharing holidays and special occasions together. These bonds reinforced the sense of community and support that had been a cornerstone since his childhood, reminding him that no matter where his career took him, family was the anchor that kept him steady. As Richard's career progressed, and he gained recognition for his roles on television and in film, he remained humble and thankful for the family that had stood by him. In interviews and personal reflections, he often credited his family's love and encouragement as a vital part of his success and happiness. Even in the face of the inevitable ups and downs of life, Richard's family remained a source of strength and comfort. Richard Long's family story is one of love, loyalty, and balance. It is a reminder that behind the public persona of an actor lies a private world rich with relationships that shape and sustain them. His devotion to his wife and children, his efforts to create a nurturing home, and his commitment to staying true to the values instilled in him from childhood all contribute to a legacy that goes beyond his work on screen. Richard Long's family was his greatest achievement, the heart of his life story, and the lasting foundation upon which everything else was built. Richard Long, the talented and dedicated actor, experienced a career filled with memorable roles and steady work, but like many, his health journey was marked by both resilience and challenges. Throughout much of his life, Richard maintained a robust and active lifestyle that helped him keep up with the demanding schedules of film and television. His early years in the military instilled a discipline that extended to his personal well-being, making fitness and self-care important parts of his routine whenever possible. However, the pressures of Hollywood and the physical demands of acting sometimes took a toll on his health. As the years went on, Richard began to face increasing health concerns that tested his strength. Despite his efforts to stay healthy, he was not immune to the strains that come with a long career in show business. The stress of balancing professional commitments with personal life sometimes led to fatigue and periods where he needed to prioritize rest and recovery. Friends and colleagues noticed that Richard was someone who rarely complained, often pushing himself to continue working even when he was not feeling his best. In the early 1970s, Richard's health took a more serious turn. He was diagnosed with lung cancer, a devastating blow that shook both him and those close to him. This diagnosis was especially difficult given the limited treatment options available at the time and the aggressive nature of the illness. Richard faced this challenge with courage and determination, drawing on the same strength and resilience that had defined his career and personal life. Despite the severity of his condition, he sought to maintain a positive outlook and remain involved with his work as much as possible. Richard's battle with cancer was marked by periods of treatment and attempts to regain his strength. Though the illness gradually weakened him, he never lost his grace or dignity. His family and friends rallied around him, providing support and care during this difficult time. They admired his perseverance and the calm way he faced the uncertainty of his health, reflecting the deep character and integrity he was known for. Tragically, Richard Long passed away in December 1974 at the age of 47, his life cut short by the illness that had taken hold. His death was mourned by fans, colleagues, and loved ones who remembered him not only for his talent but also for his courage in facing his health struggles. Richard's journey with cancer was a somber reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who seem strong and unshakable. In reflecting on Richard Long's health, it becomes clear that his story is one of both vitality and vulnerability. While his career showcased his energy and dedication, his personal health battle revealed a human side, one marked by struggle, bravery, and the support of loved ones. His legacy endures not only through his memorable performances but also through the example he set in confronting illness with dignity and courage. Richard Long's health journey, though challenging, highlights the importance of resilience and the profound impact that illness can have on even the brightest stars. It reminds us that behind every public figure is a private story of strength, struggle, and humanity. Richard Long and James Garner, Two iconic actors of mid-20th century American television and film shared a connection that went beyond their careers. They were contemporaries who navigated the evolving landscape of Hollywood together, leaving lasting impressions on audiences with their distinctive styles and memorable performances. Though they did not frequently co-star or work directly on the same projects, the ties between Richard Long and James Garner reflect both their shared experiences as actors and the broader context of the entertainment industry during their era. Both actors began their careers in the post-World War II period, a time when television was emerging as a dominant medium for storytelling and entertainment. Richard Long, born in 1927, and James Garner, born in 1928, were close in age and entered the acting world with similar ambitions. Their early lives bore common threads. Both served in the military during World War II, Garner in the Korean War, Long in the Army during World War II, which helped shape their disciplined approach to their craft and life in general. This military background gave them a grounded, everyman quality that resonated with viewers, making their portrayals authentic and relatable. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, both Richard Long and James Garner became familiar faces on American television. Long found fame with series such as The Big Valley, where his role as Jared Barkley brought him critical acclaim, while Garner earned widespread popularity with shows like Maverick, playing the charming and witty Brett Maverick. Both actors excelled at playing strong, likable leading men who combined toughness with warmth and intelligence. Their characters often embodied a sense of integrity and resilience, qualities admired by the viewing public during a time of social change and uncertainty. Though their paths rarely crossed in direct collaboration, Richard Long and James Garner shared a professional kinship. They faced similar challenges in Hollywood, including typecasting, contract disputes, and the need to balance personal values with the demands of the industry. Both were known for their professionalism and down-to-earth personalities, which earned them respect from co-stars and crews alike. Their careers demonstrated how television actors could achieve lasting fame without necessarily becoming tabloid fixtures, maintaining a focus on their work and personal lives with dignity. Beyond their professional parallels, there was a deeper connection in the way Richard Long and James Garner represented a certain era of American masculinity on screen. Their portrayals emphasized honor, empathy, and the complexity of character, challenging the stereotypes of their time. They showed that male heroes could be thoughtful and vulnerable, as well as strong and decisive. This nuanced approach helped pave the way for future generations of actors and broadened the scope of television storytelling. Moreover, both actors transitioned into film work with varying degrees of success, bringing the same authenticity to their roles that had made them beloved on television. Garner's film career included notable performances in movies such as The Great Escape and Victor/Victoria, while Long appeared in various supporting roles that reinforced his image as a reliable and steady presence. Though Garner's film career was more prominent, Long's steady television work ensured that both men remained influential figures in the entertainment world. The connection between Richard Long and James Garner can also be seen in their legacies. Both actors left behind a body of work that continues to be celebrated by fans and critics. Their influence can be traced in the evolution of television dramas and the portrayal of complex, likable protagonists. They helped define a golden age of television, where character-driven stories captivated millions and where actors could build lasting careers based on talent and professionalism. In summary, while Richard Long and James Garner may not have frequently shared the screen or collaborated on projects, their connection lies in the shared journey of two talented actors who helped shape mid-century American television and film. Their similar backgrounds, career trajectories, and the qualities they brought to their roles created a subtle but meaningful link. Both men exemplified the virtues of dedication, authenticity, and charm, leaving behind legacies that continue to inspire and entertain. Their stories remind us of an era when television became a central part of American culture and how actors like Long and Garner made it truly unforgettable.